This is NAAIM, which is active managers and their exposure. And you can kind of see where they were when the market started to roll over at that 5,700 area. They started lightening up. And even after the bounce, even after that very fast reflexive bounce right back up into this 55 area, they still had not collected their thoughts and bought the dip. They didn't buy the dip. It was too fast for them potentially. Anyway, so this is interesting divergence. It will add fuel if this turns and moves higher. Otherwise, they're not trusting this euphoric reflexive bounce. Long story short.
This short clip is presented by Club. Club provides access to Samantha LaDuc and her team of professional macro and micro traders, analysts, and educators. Club is ideal for active traders, investors, and institutions who want Samantha's best-of-breed market timing calls across all asset classes and timeframes like chase, swing, and trend. Get the trade before it happens. Sign up to Club now and get full access to daily live trading room with Samantha LaDuc, Slack trading desk with detailed analysis and trades, custom trade support when you need it, and much more. For more information, visit www.LaDucTrading.com/club.
This is what I have for 2 weeks ago, the week ending August 11th, we had a crossover. So we absolutely made it up into the 2 area. See that little yellow? What happens after that? If we get above, it's going to be melt up. So what happens after the bounce? We got to get above the 2. And then after we still get above 2, is this going to change the force of this rollover, et cetera, et cetera. You know, I'm very focused on the 2-year yield because it will lead the Fed rate cuts. And right now, here is your ZT1 for the 2-year futures for those who are interested. And we had the COVID drama. And this is, by the way, on a monthly time frame, big a picture. And you can see I have this kind of annotated inverse head and shoulder, which is very bearish for yields and bullish the bond price. And it looks very firm, also above what happened in 2007. I actually think the market resembles a lot of 2007 into the 2008 drama. So yeah, I don't like fractals, but I do see that. So this is where I see that the 2-year leads, and this is Fed funds, and it's actually a spread. So this is Fed funds up here, and we're at 5.33. You all know that. And this is the 2-year, and this is the 2-year spread with the Fed funds. I know. What are you doing, Samantha? Well, this is how I compare and contrast and find patterns. So I see this starting to break my cherry-picked indicator. This looks bullish, which means yields look bearish. So I'm definitely watching the 2-year. I'm also watching the dollar yen, and because it'll pull the dollar yuan with it. So as this crashed down and through yearly support, got a little bit of 145, pierced 142, came back up, did not follow through with a bounce back into yearly resistance, where I think it would get firmly rejected and then roll over. So that's what I think is at risk here, is coming back down into 142 and then breaking it. You can't see this, but it's actually a really strong trend line from January 2023. As the dollar yen moved higher, which is basically yen bearish, it helped that Mag 7 concentration risk game. So they went short the yen and bought tons and tons of Mag 7. I still think it's a fabulous parallel to watch this for those hedges coming off. And then, you know how I am about watching that growth value rotation. This is on a daily, so it's a little bit different animal. But why I showed you the 11th and the 13th, and I look at it every single day, is because it's still working as an indicator of a growth impulse. But it's from a bearish level. Like this is very bullish above 0. This is bearish below 0. So it's a bear market rally. That's how I look at it. But it's still a rally, and it's still, the Qs are going higher, and the Qs in fact are going to fill that gap. Anyway, you know how I am about that. And this concentration risk de-risking as RSP starts to play catch up. And then sure enough, we had a very strong reflexive rally in concentration risk as RSP equal weight went down. So this is going to be a long time. This is not a one and done. This is not a one correction.
Subscribe to LaDuc Trading YouTube channel for more live trading room recap videos and other content.